Hello, y'all. My name is Marshall Blunt, and I'm here to do a quick Q&A about my life since coming out as asexual. And I've gotten a lot of questions lately, and I want to get a chance to answer them and put it on YouTube for people to see. So I'm going to get started on the list of questions I've got, and I'm going to try to answer them as best as I can, and without kind of stumbling over my words. So here we go. Number one comes from Maddie Rendulic. His question, his question his question is, what are some annoying things you hear every day? The most annoying thing that I hear every other day is the expectation of marriage, children, and just a family in general, of having your own family in general. Um, those are not one of my plans that I really want to have in the future. And but I just want to leave a side note that just because you're asexual doesn't mean you don't or can't have you can't have a family, but a lot of us choose not to. So that pretty much covers the first half of the question. And the second one I want to add is the jokes that come from a few people who kind of laughed it off when I came out to them when um, when I came to them. And I just want to say that it's one of the most offensive things you can do to people. And if you pour your heart out to people, and you find out people are not what you think they are, those are the people you don't want in your life, particularly. And I got in a joke once from a guy who thought it was funny and made up some sort of orientation, so to kind of go against mine, and I didn't really appreciate it, and he knew I didn't appreciate it. I did not have a smile. I was pissed, and he knew that. So him and his friends walked away. And this was in the middle of an art show. So that's another thing I didn't like. I don't like about the question that you asked. Question number two goes to it comes from Amanda Weimer. When and how did you learn about the term asexual? I learned the answer to that is I learned around the age of 22. I came out to my sister-in-law, and she gave me a link to an organization via email, and I learned a lot of things on the internet, and I looked through terms, and when I saw asexuality and what it is, I automatically felt connected. I felt that I was part of the community. I felt the same exact way how that webpage described it. So ever since then, I've joined a few ACE groups, liked a few ACE pages, and I've met and made friends with many fellow asexuals. And ever since then, I don't feel alone. So around around 22, the age 22, January and February of 2015. So I hope that helps with your question. And question number three goes to Diana Prince. Her question is, how early on in life did you realize something was different in your sexual spectrum? For that question, I would say around pre-teens, going into my teens. I felt that I was different, if I didn't have a name for it. So I didn't really talk about it or express it until my early 20s. And now that I'm out with it, I feel like I wish I came out earlier, but again, I didn't know how what I was or how I felt. Well, I know how I felt, but I didn't know how I was, and I didn't have a name to it. So if there was, I do wish I knew. I wish I had knowledge of it earlier in life. Maybe I'd have been happier through my teens. So hope that helps with your question. And question number 4 goes to James Mack. His question was, what did it feel like to have guys talk about girls? It didn't really bother me. I say if it's a crush that they have or a person has, I don't mind them talking about it around me or to me, but I usually get irked when people try to link me up with someone. I prefer to meet people on my own and to get to know them, and it's a conversation that I don't mind people having around me, but it's confusing there for me, and I hope I answered that question good for you. So moving on to question number 5, the final question. Question comes from Daniel Riley. Riley, what's one thing you wish everyone knew about asexuality? Instead of saying one thing, I'm going to do a few things, and I want everyone to know that we are proud, we are valid, and we are here to stay. And we're going to continue to raise awareness of who we are, and we're only going to be loud. We're not going to go away or not express ourselves. We're going to continue to live our lives, and we're going to be happy. So I answered the 5 questions, and these were very good questions, and I hope I answer them each with clear answers. And I will continue to do videos for the next couple of months. And if you have questions to ask me, or you're curious, drop comments below in the comments, or go to my my Facebook and leave comments on the threads I usually start about asexuality. And it's good to ask questions other than assume. Assuming is not good, never good. So it does it about for tonight. It just about does it for tonight, and I will come back with another video very soon. You guys have a nice night. Good night. Bye.